Hello fellow cinema enthusiasts, my name is Christina and welcome to another Let's Get Reelz movie review. Today's movie I will be reviewing for you is Marvel's Doctor Strange. I hadn't seen this in the movies, wish I did, because it was really awesome. Doctor Strange is about Dr. Stephen Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch. He is a famous neurosurgeon, and one day he is out driving on a rainy road pretty fast, and he gets his hands like completely crushed in a car accident, and he has trouble getting his hands back the way they want them. He spends so much money on experimental things trying to get his hands to work again so he can do surgery. He just doesn't know what he is without his hands and without being able to do brain surgeries. So he's at physical therapy one day and he finds out from the physical therapist that a guy he had been helping in physical therapy was like quadriplegic, something like that. He was like paralyzed in certain places, but he all of a sudden he just stopped going to physical therapy, and the therapist said that he died, but when he looked into it, he saw that the guy was walking again and he was okay. So Strange goes and finds out from the former paralyzed man who is now playing basketball that he had gone to see some like mystic people or masters of like mind things, and he went to like Hong Kong. So that's where Strange goes, and he learns to do things with his mind, go into like alternate dimensions and things like that. And of course in these alternate dimensions there's some bad guys, so this ancient person played by Tilda Swinton teaches him how to like go like this and then hop into wherever he wants to go. It's like picture in your mind where you want to go. So all he does is this, and it looks like a big electric like current or something spark that goes around, and he jumps through it and he goes to wherever he wants. So with the help of this ancient person and a couple of other people, he's able to control how he fights, how he gets to places, how he controls his mind. He can like have an out-of-body experience, and it's all training to fight off this bad guy played by Mads Mikkelsen. I forget his name, forgive me for that, his character's name. But it's typical Marvel. He learns the ways, he becomes like a master of this mind manipulation stuff or body manipulation, and he saves the day because he figures out things. But it was a good movie. I have to say that Doctor Strange, after Captain America, the first Avenger, and Deadpool, Doctor Strange was actually my favorite Marvel movie. I really enjoyed it. I kind of liked how he thought he couldn't do something because his hands were broken, but really, it kind of said it's your mind. Like, free your mind, it's not your hands. You can do it. You just have that block because you're thinking your hands can't do it. So, it's just things aren't meshing together. And then he clears his mind and he figures that that's what it is. His hands it's not anything to do with his hands. And he becomes this master in the end. And I really like that, because if you have ever gone through something where you thought, I can't do this, I can't, like, there's no way you can do it, your body's not going to do it. Like, mental torture is awful. I suffer from anxiety and ADHD, and I know what it's like to say I can't do this, and then you have that block, or when you're trying to do something and people are like, just take a break, let it go, and things like that. And it's like, once you get over that mental block, it's like things just start opening up, things start getting a little bit better. And I like that about Doctor Strange. I liked how they wrote the story of him just like getting over his mental block, that he can do this, it's all in his mind. And it was cool to see that it went along with what he did with surgery. Like, he was interested in how the brain works, he knew how the brain works, and he was able to really get in tune with his brain and figure out how to use these powers that were inside of him and that these masters were able to teach him. The cast was really good. Benedict Cumberbatch, I think, is an awesome superhero. I am so happy he was picked to be Doctor Strange because he fit the role so perfectly. I don't know that much about Doctor Strange. I've seen some comic books of him, of the character, and Benedict Cumberbatch was just awesome. And I think because he plays Sherlock, which I've only seen a few episodes here and there, I think he was good to be a doctor, like, you know, a neurosurgeon, and have this superpower where you can manipulate, you know, what you see, what's in front of you, the world around you. I think he was just the most excellent choice, and I really like Benedict Cumberbatch as a superhero. I think he's going to be really great if, you know, all the Marvel movie characters combine forces again, like if he's in the Avengers or something like that. I don't exactly know Doctor Strange's story. I'm not very familiar with it. Tilda Swinton was really cool. I'm not too familiar with a lot of her works, but the few movies that I have seen of her here and there, she's been really interesting. So I think her as this old ancient master with bald head, no hair, and like just being this wise, powerful person was really cool. Again, like Benedict Cumberbatch, he was a very good choice for this role to be in a Marvel movie. Rachel McAdams is in this movie for a little bit. She is a fellow surgeon along with Doctor Strange, and you know, she's Rachel McAdams. She's good in whatever she does. The whole time I was watching this, I'm like, wow, you were in Mean Girls. Like, this is weird. You know, like, she just got so much better for Mean Girls. I mean, she'll always be Regina George for Mean Girls, but she just, as an actress, she's gotten so much better, and I like that she's being given all of these interesting parts, and they've all been very different, in my opinion, from the movies that I've seen her in. If you haven't seen Doctor Strange, definitely go see it. It's definitely worth watching. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies, as I said. I just enjoyed it. It was something different. I think it was something smart. It was something a little bit more for adults. Definitely, it wasn't like, you know, necessarily like a Disney Marvel. It was more like a mature adult or a mature kid kind of Marvel movie, and that made me very happy. It just like reminded me of Deadpool. It was like not as extreme as Deadpool, but just mature like Deadpool, and I really liked it. So if you like this review / review in any way, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. If you have seen Doctor Strange, let me know what you thought of it. Let me know if I missed anything, and we'll talk about it. We'll discuss it in the comments. And, you know, let me know what your other favorite Marvel movies are. I've reviewed quite a few, so let me know what your favorite is, and if I haven't watched it, and if I pick your movie and I review it, I'll give you a shout out, because that's what I like to do. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for future Let's Get Real movie reviews. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.